Welcome to a podcast, Shiny and Chrome, episode 20.
20.
20th anniversary. Took a
2020
one-week
vision.
hiatus.
Yeah.
Week hiatus, but we're back.
One
All
week,
right.
maybe a month. Not really sure. Fuck it.
Well, I mean, it's like the dead time of sports, but
Yeah.
we got some March Madness.
We do what we
Whoop,
can. Woo!
And,
Fuck
of
your
course,
bracket. Fuck my bracket, actually.
Bracket's doing good. NFL Combine, that shit was pretty fucking good, actually.
Very athletic. Way too many people that are just fast and big is getting out of hand. The fuck all these 6'5", 250-pound, 4'5" running motherfuckers. It doesn't really matter position.
You're a
That's the
small
size.
forward.
Yeah. Basketball, yeah. It's just like small forwards are now going back to the NFL.
And, of course, the always terrible, horrible, giantly inflated NFL free agency.
Woo! Dream Team Eagles, yeah.
A lot of shitty contracts handed out so
Yeah.
far.
Money.
But I guess let's get right into it. We got the NFL Combine. It's a pretty good draft class. Tight ends, running backs this year are on point.
Defensive ends, too.
Yeah, edge rushers and corners too. But
all the good positions. This is a good ass
no
year for a
offensive,
draft.
no meat and potatoes.
Yeah, this isn't.
I mean,
this isn't
D-line,
offensive line.
but-
D-line, you can get
O-line's
players.
terrible,
It's just
though.
offensive line. If you're looking for a tackle this year, you're fucked.
Yeah, but no, all the flashy shit's there. Receiver's not the greatest, but it's not bad.
But it's not a bad year if you're a lower team and all you really need is offensive line. You have like a mid-lower pick. You could go get the best offensive lineman that's
definitely.
usually gone, way higher, and because they're the rest of the draft is so damn top loaded.
This will be a year where there's a guard draft in the first round. The O-line's so bad. But,
Yeah.
I mean, there's still people there. But, I guess let's get right into it. Good old draft, deep draft. You want to lead the tight ends, or?
Yeah, let's go ahead and start it off with the tight ends. O.J. Howard, Roll Tide, Alabama. 6'6", 251, ran a 4.5, 140-yard dash. 22 on the bench, not that impressive, nor is a 30-inch vert. But the thing about O.J. Howard is Nick Saban made sure he gave the NFL a man that could somewhat block in line. He's like, because he came out of
he's a
high
big
school,
dude.
he came from a small school where he was just big fish, little pond, didn't have to. He blocked,
Probably
but
played some quarterback.
yeah. It's like he blocked, but the people were all tiny, so it didn't really count. 4 years later, Nick Saban's got him to where he's not going to be a liability in line blocking.
Yeah, 6'8", 3 cone's not the greatest, but it's not terrible for somebody that big. I
No.
mean, you can live with that.
Nah, I mean the dude's got good tape. Not the most explosive. I mean he's very explosive, but his tape doesn't. We
underutilized.
We didn't just hammer the ball into him, which a lot
Look
of
at that
people
national
wanted us to
championship
do.
game, though.
Yeah.
If you want some tape on, that's the game
Yeah,
to watch.
you will.
I mean, that's your-
Whenever
project
Alabama
somebody.
gets their back in the corner, O.J. Howard somehow keeps coming out fighting for us, which I really appreciate that from him. But yeah,
Next tight end, though, it's my boy. I'm watching the,
Great name.
the combine. This dude actually looked pretty fluid. He's a big guy. He doesn't look that big when you watch him, but his measurables, Bucky Hodges, Virginia Tech. He's 6'6".
Great name.
257, 4.57 in the 40, 21 bench, 39-inch vert.
yeah, that's the retarded one because you're gonna be doing a lot of contested balls in the red zone. That vert is
Reminds me of
retarded.
Jermichael Finley. Like, kind of a little bump, not quite
Yeah.
explosive, but more reliable. The dude's
Yeah.
got good hands. Like, I'm not even sure if he ran the 3 cone. If he did, he wasn't in the top 10, so, but...
Okay. Yeah.
No, I like this dude. I
I-
like him because everybody's all high on the next guy, the guy from Miami, but he did not impress me that much. He
Yeah.
didn't look natural. He didn't look fluid. He didn't catch the
And
ball
the
that
dude's
well.
not gonna be a good. He's not a good. The Miami dude, Joku. He's not a good blocker. He's like
He
very.
puts on 10 pounds. It could be, though.
Okay, because he's very raw. Speaking of not blockers, Evan Ingram from Ole Miss, honorable mention. He is. I like him. He's a gamer.
He looked good. That's
he's-
why I put him on. He looked good at the combine.
Yeah, he looked good at the combine,
A lot of people think
but
short,
he also looks like he's gonna be a slop. He's gonna be Hunter
Yeah,
Henry
yeah,
2.0.
Well,
which-
more of a Jimmy Graham. He can actually get in the way.
Yeah,
He can crack
but
on
he's
people. Hunter
smaller
Henry
than
can't even
Jimmy
crack
Graham.
on people.
He's smaller. Well, we'll argue that later. And he's need to take a year looking at what his actual tape was because he did get hurt this year. But he put up some decent numbers in the NFL. Running back draft. If you're looking for a back, man, this is it.
Yeah, this is the year.
This is it.
People in the 6th round that will go in the 3rd usually.
I mean, dude. Fucking,
James
we're not
Conner
even.
might be getting the 5th.
Joe Mix is not even on this list. Wasn't invited to the combine, but that dude is like, they're talking about comparing him to Le'Veon
late first
Bell,
round, yeah.
and he's not even one of the top running backs here. Like Dalvin Cook, Leonard Fournette, Christian McCaffrey, those dudes right now, they tore up the combine.
Yeah, just the big 3, yeah.
They tore it up. Dalvin Cook, who kind of reminds me of like a sturdier Jamal Charles.
And he had a shitty combine, too, by the way.
Not
he
the
didn't
best.
look the best, but if you watch him his tape, the dude's the most fluid out of all of them.
I mean, he still over doubled Christian McCaffrey's bench.
Oh,
which
yeah,
is
well,
just,
I mean-
if anything you've heard from the combine, you probably heard about Christian McCaffrey not being able to bench press. Was it 225 or is it
That's 225.
225? Couldn't bench press 225 more than 10 times.
And once I looked at all the corners and shit, though, like I didn't feel that bad.
It's not.
Receivers.
It's
too,
not the
especially.
worst. It's not the worst. It's just you had questions about his durability and strength going in. They were not answered in this combine.
No, but all three of them ran fast. I mean, Dalvin Cook 4.49, Leonard Fournette 4.51, which is retarded.
240 pounds.
McCaffrey 4.48. But you gotta look at that cone, that 3-cone drill. Fucking also the vert too. Like Dalvin Cook and Leonard Fournette did not impress in the vert. 30.5 for Cook.
28.5 for Leonard Fournette.
That's
horrible.
expected
But
for him.
you're not
McCaffrey,
jumping.
37.5 though. That's athletic. Like,
Yeah,
he's
but
not
I'm
a
not
big guy.
I'm not getting jump balls for running backs. Like that's
No,
that's
but
nice
if you're
and
putting in
everything.
the slot, you are.
Yeah.
McCaffrey.
That's
But
where
that
it
fucking
counts for him.
3-cone drill, man. Fournette didn't even run it. I'm sure he's not gonna do great in it. He shouldn't.
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook 7.27 is not bad. Fucking McCaffrey 6.57. That's like supposed to be like cornerback shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's.
And then we got the extra running backs: Samaje Perine, Alvin Kamara, like I said, and then Joe Mixon. And how many bench press did Samaje Perine do?
30.
Jesus.
He's got watermelon arms.
For a running back, that's ridiculous. The dude weighs probably about 225 pounds. It means he can lift his own body weight 30 fucking times.
Runs behind his pads too.
Yeah.
Like he's not an idiot. You don't try to bounce shit out.
No. That's just disgusting. More disgusting, the most disgusting, the big nasty, cockadoodle stinky.
It's a good group,
Myles Garrett, a.k.a. Jadeveon Clowney, again.
except a little bit faster, a little bit stronger.
Yeah,
maybe.
a little thicker, a little shorter. Myles
had-
Garrett came in 6'4", 272, ran a 4.64, 33-inch. What was it? What was it? 30.
33
His
on the
vert,
bench.
his
33
vert was
bench.
his vert was like better than most of the
41.
receivers.
41
yeah.
inch.
Most of the receivers couldn't get
There's
nearly.
plenty of NBA players that ain't got 40-inch verts.
This would like if you'd been in tight end class, he'd probably be number one. Like
Yeah.
look at that shit. Like,
When you see him hit a pad, it's ridiculous. He just like literally destroys it. Like he does not play around even when he practices. Like, it's bad.
and he played most of last year hurt. Still put up good stats.
Seriously.
Best thing about this draft though is that John Ross breaking the 40
John Ross,
time.
yeah,
That was ridiculous.
He's
4.22.
in there.
Yeah, he's pretty. That was fucking retarded. John Allen, Alabama Roll Tide, big prospect, 6. He didn't light out of the combine. He kind of looked like a mailman who works
He's
out
not
a
a
lot.
combine guy.
He's not. He
But still, his numbers are respectable for somebody that if you watch him play, somebody
still
that
he
powerful.
ran a
Like,
5 flat, which is decent for an interior defensive lineman. Yes, he's gonna play interior, inside, outside. He's more of an outside, but you can kick him down
Strong
on
side defensive end,
on
3-4 is
pass
how,
rushes. I mean, we all knew what we were gonna get from him. The dude's a gamer. He's
His
not.
3-cone drill's stupid though. 7.49 for somebody that's 286.
Yeah.
And that's like he probably came a little light to the combine.
Yeah.
He's bigger than that. He's
bigger
about
than that.
290, 295.
And his bench wasn't the best, but the dude's had shoulder
yeah.
injuries for the entirety of his career in
The
Alabama.
only reason he did it was to prove that he could actually do it.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't. Everybody knew he wasn't going to be good at it. But
Yeah.
the fact the man actually had the balls to do it, I feel
Seriously.
like it's a good sign if you're a GM. You know.
I mean, he's not the kind of dude that shies away from a challenge. Another dude that's just a freak, and his whole situation is gonna be health.
Best combine of money to anybody.
Carl
Like,
Lawson, just good God. Whenever Jadeveon Clowney came out and D Ford talked all that shit, and D
Yeah.
Ford's actually not bad now.
Yeah, this dude's better.
This is making me kind of think about that.
This
'Cause
dude is what Courtney Upshaw should have been. If you
Yeah.
look at his measurables. I mean, 6'2",
Carl Lawson's way
261,
more quick twitch
Yeah.
muscles than
4'6",
Courtney Upshaw.
fucking 4'6'7".
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
35 bench rep, 33 vert, 7'4", 3-cone. That.
No, the 35 bench reps were the most out of any defensive lineman too. That's including nose tackles.
Good
This dude's
Lord.
a defensive like a 4'3".
261 pounds. That's not that big for
You know, he
defensive
reminds me
linemen.
of Brandon Graham, a little bit quicker maybe.
Yeah, he does remind me of Brandon. I don't know
The
about
numbers all look the same.
I don't know about quicker.
He
I
didn't
don't
run
know
a
what-
4.67.
Yeah, I
Brandon
don't-
Graham ran like a 4.7 or
Yeah, he
4.8
ran
something.
4.7, but I'm saying Brandon Graham hand-wise, technique-wise, is
Yeah.
way better than Carl
Carl-
Lawson
yeah,
coming out.
well,
Carl Lawson's good.
he can teach
He's
that
got a
shit,
great
though.
motor, but yeah, I'm saying Brandon Graham, he was very polished when it came to just
Yeah,
because
Brandon Graham looked like a fucking wrestler.
it was
Like,
disgusting, which we screwed him
Carl
up.
Lawson
I
still
feel
got some
bad about
heavy
Brandon
hands.
Graham.
Like,
Yeah, no, Carl Lawson's just a beast. Like, he's disgusting.
So it's a good group, man. Honorable mention, we still got Solomon Thomas. This dude looks like little baby Myles Garrett. He's
Yeah.
played at Stanford, so he's hopefully, I'm guessing he's smart.
It's got to be not the dumbest.
He had
Like,
a
you
good
got to be a little
combine.
intelligent to go to Stanford.
Tim Williams, he didn't look like the smoothest in any of the drills, but you
Yeah.
can just look at this dude, tell he's gonna be an NFL player.
Dude's
I
got
mean,
quick
great.
twitch muscles.
And
through and through. It's ridiculous.
the one dude that's technically a defensive lineman, he's going to play linebacker in the NFL, but Hassan Reddick had a good combine.
Yeah.
That dude looked nasty. Like,
Which
he
you
looked
can't get
Jabril
caught up
Peppers.
too much on how they position you in the combines. Jabril Peppers,
Yeah.
case in point. Cornerback, another very deep position. I feel like I'm like a record skipping on this
Good
one.
draft, man.
Man, Marshawn Lattimore, Ohio State, 6 foot, 193, 4'3", 40.
Woo!
Didn't do the bench. Surprise, surprise, a lot of these cornerbacks didn't do the bench.
The cornerbacks don't do anything, just like the receivers.
Yeah, it's not. I don't care how much you bench, to be honest, if you're a cornerback or receiver. Like, that's how it is.
Don't fucking matter.
38.5 vert. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Marlon Humphrey out of Alabama, 6 foot, 197, 4'4",
10 reps on the bench.
that's
He's one of
not-
the stronger corners. Like,
yeah, that's just 675. Wait, was that the 3-cone?
yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good 3-cone.
Yeah, and Adoree Jackson out of USC. Good lord, 5'10", 186, 4'42", 36-inch vert. These
I like Adoree, man. He's got some ball skills.
and we haven't even brought up the Florida cornerbacks.
Yeah, I just didn't know what to do with them, so I just kind of let them out. Because
Yeah.
I didn't. But that Taz DeBoer, everybody gave him shit for the 9 bench reps. I was looking at it. That was pretty much average.
Yeah, no.
So-
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
But dude, Tre'Davious White had a really good combine. Vert, 3-cone, broad jump, everything.
Same with Sidney
he put up
Jones.
15 reps on the bench, Tre'Davious White.
Jesus, good lord.
Yeah, Sidney Jones just got hurt.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for him. Tore his knee up in his
Yeah,
pro day.
yeah, which
But
is horrible. That's one thing you don't want to see, especially if we
Terrible.
do the combine and you do your pro day. It's just
yeah.
like, oh my
his
god,
foot just got
I'm
stuck
sorry.
in the ground while he's turning. Like, I mean, it's just a natural. It was, he does that shit probably at
He just
10,000
lost
times
like
a year.
$4 million.
Oh yeah,
on that happening.
and job security.
Yeah, like you're now going to be a 4th round project because we're going to have to sit you for a year.
Yeah, I'd still say I hope we take this.
Well, I'm just saying it's so thick of
for a
it's so
second.
thick of a draft.
Yeah.
though. Like he's a 1st round talent,
Oh, definitely.
but-
He was like top 20.
but you got so many. You got literally like 10 1st round talent cornerbacks out here.
Last guy I saw though, Desmond King. He's the guy from Iowa. He won the DB, the Thorpe Award, I think, a couple
Yeah.
years ago. He's not the fastest guy. Dude's
Moxie.
a fucking football player.
Yeah.
He reminds me of a super trumped up version of Micah Hyde.
Yeah, he reminds me a little bit of
Like,
Jalen Mills, just faster, but which
He
is
looked good
sad.
though. He looked good. He looked fluid. You know what I mean? Like,
And then this one's not the best for like interior linebackers,
though.
but you got some interesting players with Jabril Peppers, T.J. Watt, Zach Cunningham. Jabril Peppers 5'11", 213, 4'46", 19 on the bench.
not bad.
That's not bad for a man that can play safety, cornerback, and linebacker.
Yeah, and you could probably get him a little edge rusher too if you really, really want to.
35.5 vert. This dude's a freak of fucking nature.
Well, yeah. Well, I try to get because linebackers so muddled up now. I try to get one of each. Jabril Peppers is my hybrid secondary linebacker guy.
Yeah.
Zach Cunningham's your true inside linebacker, and then T.J. Watt's your outside pass rusher.
Yeah.
But they all had good combines.
TJ came out, that dude, 6'4", 252, 4'6",
He put on about 10 pounds. since the end of the
21
season.
bench, which is like, that's not the best bench.
Got long arms though.
But his arms are like 8 feet fucking long. He's got goddamn orangutan arms. So 21 is retarded. 37-inch vert, 6'7", 3-cone. TJ Watt is the blood's in
Scary.
him. The King's
Yeah.
blood. I watched him play a lot of games. I watched Wisconsin with the most efficient blitz package on linebackers I've ever
Seriously,
seen
we
in
sent
my
somebody,
life.
we hitting somebody.
Like, good lord. I wish Kirby Smart would just watch y'all's tape. It's like, watch this man. Watch it.
This is all zone blitz.
Oh, my
But,
God.
him and Peppers also tied for the longest broad jump too. 10-8.
Yeah.
10 feet 8 inches. That's like
Oh, my God. Come in from your line.
superior fucking athleticism. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And Zach Cunningham didn't look bad. He the 4.6. The worst thing about Cunningham was the 15 reps on the bench. He's an inside
I mean, he's
linebacker.
234, but
he's
the way
athletic as
the
shit.
way football is being played now, there's only like 3 teams with just pure downhill running
Yeah.
style, so it's not even really that big of a
But,
deal.
35-inch vert. He's athletic, obviously.
Jeez, Lewis, that's great for covering tight ends down the middle. Oh man. Honorable mentions, and this guy is probably the number 1 linebacker, Reuben
I can't-
Foster.
No combine stats.
He decided he almost wanted to choke out a medical employee, but I think that medical employee was also being a dick.
They said they both kind of got into it. It was not like that big of a deal.
I'm
but-
sorry. If I have a hurt shoulder and you're grabbing at it, fuck off.
I don't think it was that. I think it was something about like he was told to wait and they fucked up and they made him wait too long and he kind of got mad. And the other dude talked shit to him and he talked shit back and
It just seemed like a situation where the people that worked there took a few liberties
I'm
the
sure
fact
the
they
other guy
had
was
job
smaller,
security
probably.
or something. Yeah, I'm not talking shit, Reuben Foster. I don't care how secure my job is. I need to have a pistol on me. Let's see who else we got. Ryan Anderson, Vince, what's his name? Beagle, and Ben Bulwer. Ben, I will grab your balls and butt, Bulwer.
Yeah, Vince Beagle's the other guy outside from T.J. Watt. He had a really good combine. Like he actually finished ahead. He's just a little smaller guy. He seems like a situational pass rusher. Hopefully, he can cover somebody.
Yeah, hopefully you can cover.
Fifth round pick. He's solid.
Yeah. Ah, man. Wide receivers.
We got
Another
more
honorable
linebacker.
mention.
Who's this one more linebacker? we
Local
got?
boy.
Oh.
Proud of him.
Oh, I can't believe I
I'm
almost
proud
forgot
of him. I'm proud of his Diddy.
Diddy.
I'm just proud of that whole family in general, man. They're doing great.
Great bunch of people.
But Hayden at the regional combine in New Orleans,
Hayden Henderson,
trying to have a dream, just trying to get there. You know what I mean?
former UNA line.
4'8", 40.
Woo.
Not bad. He's a linebacker. He's gonna be a scout teamer. You never know.
Middle
Yeah.
linebacker. That's not bad.
His 9-foot broad jump was 9 feet.
His 9-foot broad jump was 9 feet. Damn right.
His vert was 29.
Not bad.
His bench, he did 21 bench reps.
Hey.
His 5'10" was 4'4", so not bad for. He's quick
Yeah.
for a dang.
Yeah.
linebacker. He can get side to side. And then the L drill, I don't even know. I'll have to look at that what that is later. But he does 7'4".
All right.
The 7'5", you know.
Hey, if you want a guy that's gonna work his ass off,
Somebody that can actually play some special teams.
yeah,
Like,
definitely gonna play some special teams and will commit himself to your program 100%. You
110,
want to snatch up
110.
Hayden Henderson.
And if anybody's worthy that can hear this, do something for this kid. If you can do it for him.
Seriously, he's the guy. You're a scout right now. You're about to be that, assistant director of personnel.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. This is how you can make your money moving up on a
Undrafted
program and
free
finding a
agent,
dude like
like-
this because he will stick on your roster. I guarantee you that. All right, we're gonna move on to wide receivers. Malachi Dupree, great
One of
talent,
my favorites.
one of the best names of all time. Malachi Dupree and Leonard Fournette. I tell you what, that was a Amish folk duo.
On a mission from God.
On a mission from God, just to fuck
He
up
had
the
a good
SEC.
combine,
And if
though,
they had a
man.
quarterback, there's no
My
telling what
God,
could have
yeah.
happened.
They just quarterback play. is
That's
so
the story of
piss poor.
LSU, though. If they only had a quarterback. Like I said, Malachi Dupree, LSU, 6'2", 196, ran a 4.52, 11 benches on the.
Hey,
on,
he's a
it's
wide
not
receiver.
that bad.
He did the bench. If
Yeah,
you look at his
he
man's
at least-
arms, he looks like Kevin Durant. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's like you got 11. I'm kind of impressed. 39 and a half vert.
Yeah.
Good God. 7.19 on the 3. That is just that's.
for someone that's lanky, he's not like a quick guy. He's
Yeah.
I'm gonna load up and burn you.
Yeah.
So that 719 is really good actually.
That is
the
intense.
39 have vert though. Good God.
But you know what else is intense? The white hot heat coming off of John Ross's feet. Lord of mercy. That dude could have had an island, but he said, I don't swim and I ain't got a boat.
Yeah. What was it? What'd you have to wear to get the island? Was
You had to
it,
wear Adidas.
Yeah.
He's
was
signed
it
by
fucking
Nike.
Nike. Okay. I
Yeah,
thought it was
he's
Reebok.
Nike.
Nike.
He's Nike, dude. And he was like, yeah, fuck that. But he did break the combine record, ran a 40 of 4.22. The dude's actually a talented receiver on that Washington team. That
Not
was
terrible
hell.
size either. 5'11", 188.
That's
I mean,
way bigger than Deshaun Jackson, baby.
Yeah.
Like, this dude actually looks like he might learn how to block at some point in his life, and he has a little nastiness to him.
Yeah, and he's also he's always been underrated his whole career. It seems like I don't know how somebody that fast gets
Doesn't make sense to me. He's also got a 37-inch vert.
not bad.
Good enough for a dude 5'11". Good Lord. And
It's just like Greg Jennings that's athletic.
and here comes the best name in the draft. One of the best names in the combine. Juju Smith-Schuster. Let me say that one more time. Is it Juju Smith-Schuster or Schuster-Smith?
Pretty sure I thought it was Juju Smith. Maybe it's Schuster Smith. I thought it was Smith Schuster.
Either way,
know. Wow.
he
Maybe.
had the juju and the juice, and that dude ran a 4.5 40, 6'1", 215, which is
Bigger guy.
pretty good for a bigger dude. Think Anquan Bolden-esque. 15 reps on the bench, another pretty good
Yeah.
stat
That was
for a
up
receiver.
there on the wide receivers.
Hey, Juju Smith-Schuster went to USC, I do believe.
Yeah.
Decent
Good
pedigree.
career.
Hopefully, he's gonna be better than Nelson Aguilar. That's the bar right now on USC receivers. Honorable mentions: Corey Davis and Mike Williams is gonna be good.
They just didn't do shit at the combine.
Yeah.
Those are the two best receivers in the draft. I
Yeah.
just couldn't put them on there because they didn't have no fucking stats.
Yeah. Quarterback. We got the dude that beat my crew, which really makes me sad to say, but I've been watching Deshaun Watson since he came on the scene at Clemson was backup quarterback back when Todd Boyd was there, and this kid was
Taj Boyd, God rest his soul. I think he's still alive.
God rest his soul. It's like he's out there somewhere. Deshaun Watson, you talking about class personified. 6'2", 221, 4'6", checks all the boxes. 32.5 vert, 6'9", 3-cone. The dude is, when it comes to accolades and everything you have to have, like actually the actual opposite of the person I'm going to be talking about next, it's Deshaun Watson.
The dude's a fucking winner.
The dude
I mean,
wins
if you want
games.
to draft a winner, I feel like somebody Al Davis would jump up and draft like second overall. Dude's a fucking
reminds
winner.
me a lot of Dak Prescott. His style's a little different, but the fact
Not
that man
quite
just
as big, but he don't get squared up.
No,
as much.
he
Dak,
doesn't.
That's one thing about Dak I'm worried about.
Yeah.
He motherfucker gets squared up.
He does get squared up. Like I think Dak's gonna take that leap. I believe Deshaun Watson has a chance to be a good pro quarterback.
I do too.
If he gets put into the right system with a GM that's going to
He's
build around them
a
and
couple
trust them.
playmakers, but he can be basically the offense can be based off of him.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
The next guy, and this is the guy that has been just vaulted up the boards.
The Blake Bortles of the draft, the Derek Carr, if you will. The just, a goddamn dice roll.
Yeah, just came out of nowhere. Mitch Trubisky, 1 year.
Mitchell. Get it right.
Oh, my bad.
His name is Mitchell,
Excuse me.
okay? Don't
Excuse
offend
me.
him. He probably got a participation trophy when he was 6.
Excuse me, the man's name is Mitchell.
Sorry, I just put Mitch.
I didn't mean to say that. I apologize.
Do not call
Mitchell.
him Mitch. Because it probably rhymes with bitch, and
All
he
right.
probably doesn't like it.
All right, no more rapping from
Easy.
Chad.
He
that
actually,
man is big too. I
he
saw
hid
him.
it out. He actually measured out a little bit taller than everybody thought he was. Because
Yeah.
he's only 6'1". He was 6'2". He's
Yeah, I'm just
actually a little
saying.
bit bigger than
If
Deshaun
you didn't
Watson.
know, if you're 6'2", they'll get a boner for you. If you're
Yeah.
6'1", you get no love, son.
Yeah, you're fourth round.
It's it's just like fuck you, Russell Wilson.
6'2", 222. He's a big guy. 4'6'7", mildly athletic. His
Vert's
Vert's
not the best,
but
but
he's a
quarterback.
fucking quarterback.
He's
That's
I don't
not
really care
bad.
about your
Like,
Vert. The dude's. I'm just saying the
cone
dude.
drill,
the
3-cone
dude's
drill, fast
built.
Deshaun Watson.
The dude.
Watson.
The dude is
Watson.
built athletically. If you look at him up top, dude is like, hey man, you might need to stop doing some bench press. Like, stop it. Like,
You
you
know
might
what
be
I'm
doing
saying?
too much.
So one thing that worries me about him, Watson, is that 3-cone drill. Because if you think of a 3-cone drill, that's
Yeah.
like watching Aaron Rodgers where he just does that flip thing and does like that's 3-cone drill.
Yeah.
right there. I mean, that's just quick twitch, and that's Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I
graded
mean-
out worse than Davis fucking Webb.
Yeah, he didn't do the best in the
I've seen him
3-cone,
do it,
but
so I
I've
believe it,
I've
but-
seen the man dodge elite pass rushers
Yeah.
his entirety of his career.
I have too, but I'm just saying, like, that's one thing that I actually like about Trubisky.
Yeah.
His 3-cone's up there. He seems like he's got that thing. If he can just flip those hips,
Yeah.
he can get out of some pass rush trouble.
It just kind of I'm wary
He's
of
gotta
a man
recognize
that's
it, too.
I'm
That's the
wary of a
thing.
man that's played 1 year.
Yeah, I mean,
Started
everybody is, but
1
it works out
year.
sometimes.
It does work out sometimes. We'll just see where he lands. Davis Webb out of Cal, big, tall drink of water, 6'5", 229 pounds.
Very athletic for that big too, though.
Yeah, the dude moved pretty fluidly.
33 on his vert.
4.79, 40. That's pretty good for a tall dude. Just don't get squared up, dude, because you will die.
Oh yeah,
he
he'll get
does.
his collar. He's a good candidate. Gets collarbone broken at any point.
Yeah,
Like,
at any fucking point. Honorable mention, Deshaun Kaiser.
yeah, shitty combine.
And
He's
a
a
guy-
massive dude, but his all of his fucking stats like these, like the 3-cone drill, miserable. 40, miserable.
He's like, put the tape on him. Joe Flacco out here. My favorite though, Patrick Mahomes.
He had a good combine.
The second son of a former major league pitcher. The dude has probably the strongest arm in the draft. It's absolutely disgusting, but comes out of that Texas Tech air raid offense. Not one of them quarterbacks has been good in the NFL.
He's the most athletic one though. This
He
isn't
is-
Graham Harrell.
this
he
is
didn't
not
run a
Graham
5.2.
Harrell.
This
Yeah.
man ran like a 4.8 something.
Yeah, this is the
3-cone
most
was
athletic
good.
of them, and probably the strongest arm out of any of them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
maybe the most
A lot of those
accurate
Texas
out of
Tech
all
guys
of
were
them.
actually soft tossers.
They were soft
They just
tossing.
get deep because it's college.
Yep.
But
Yep. They like scheme up those deep pellets, and it's
we had
just
Graham Hill for 2-3 years. The Packers, trust me.
Yeah.
The man's smart, but it's like, you're just not a quarterback.
Yeah,
Sorry.
exactly. It's like this doesn't work anymore. Someone betrayed you.
Yeah, quarterback's not the greatest, but there's still a couple interesting prospects. There's
Yeah.
good 5 interesting prospects.
You got like I said, Deshaun Watson's a winner. Patrick Mahomes is he's probably got the most
I
upside.
like all
out
5 of those
anybody.
guys, especially some like 3rd-round picks.
Yeah.
like Davis Webb, 3rd-round pick. There's nothing
I
wrong with
like him.
that.
I just don't like him at the top of the board.
Hell
like
no.
I don't
Yeah,
like
no,
any
no,
of them.
no.
I love me some Deshaun Watson. I don't like any of them at the
Sean
top
Watson
of the
would
board.
be like if you're picking 10, you need a quarterback.
Yeah,
like
that would
be
be
about as high as you can reach.
that, and that should be the first quarterback taken. Offensive line, like we said,
Not a
it's
great
not a
group.
meat potatoes draft. Your best tackles are probably going to be Cam Robinson and Forrest Lamp.
Well, Forrest Lamp's gonna be a guard.
Oh, Forrest
He
Lamp's
could
guard,
be a
that's
tackle,
right.
but he's gonna be a guard.
Yeah, but Cam Robinson, 6'6", 322, 5'1", 40. That's not bad for you. 5'1", 540. That's decent for an offensive tackle. Question is, can he play? Is he going to play left tackle in the league? A lot of people, leagues, when I hear about 50-50.
He's more like a right tackle right now. They're looking at him. He's dropping to almost the early second round.
It's about 50-50 right now between the GMs and whether or not he's going to be a right
Somebody will grab
tackle
him
or a
20.
left tackle. Because
He's
the man
too damn
has
big.
tape against the most elite pass rushers, and they're
Bench, how do you
pretty
not-
good.
I mean, it's one thing for a cornerback or a wide receiver not to do bench, and it's one. I didn't hear he was hurt or anything. I just think he didn't do bench.
Yeah, I mean,
That's bad. That's,
nah,
that's
he-
concerning for an offensive lineman.
he is not. I mean, he is a physical.
long-ass arms,
He's
I
a
understand.
physical dude. He has very long arms, and he probably just didn't want to fucking stock
I
him.
mean, like Ramczyk. That's why Ramczyk's an honorable mention. My boy from Wisconsin, because he couldn't do anything except bench. And
Yeah.
It's the only thing he could do, and he still went out there and knocked 25 out. It's not great, but
Yeah. But I'm saying he didn't probably want to come out there and do like 20 or something, and he just looked like
I
shit.
understand it. But damn it, that's concerning.
Better to leave it up to. If I'm his agent, I'd be like, look, you take those gangly ass arms, get the fuck out of here. You're not
Yeah.
doing bench today.
But
Sorry,
yeah, dude,
buddy.
Forrest Lamp though, 6'3", 309. You're like, oh, he's a little light in the pants. 34 fucking reps on the bench.
Yeah, that's a bit
That's
much. That's
strong.
good. That's good guard.
310.
That's good guard.
I mean, he ran a 5 flat. That's solid.
Yeah, that's pretty
27 and a half vert. Cone drill is good. 7.55 offensive lineman. That's damn near elite. Like,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I like that dude. That's who I hope the Packers take. We need a guard now. Western Kentucky, the dude's got great film though.
Yeah.
Like I said, honorable mentions. Ramczyk, he had some kind of surgery. I can't remember what it was. It's not like anything crazy, but he couldn't do any of the drills. And this dude from Utah had the best combine of all the O-linemen, and he shot out the draft boards.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, but
Not
he
that
also
strong,
he's also
but-
24 years old.
oh, I didn't know that. But
Yeah.
he's not that strong either. He's like athletic. He's got good feet.
Yeah.
Little light in the pants.
But that's
little
not
upper
good for
body.
someone that's
Yeah,
24
he's
years
developed.
old. Like that's the main
You're
thing
not
about him.
projecting this man.
No, it's like this guy gonna come in and play today, like, and not have that many mental mistakes.
Somebody was as
his
bad as
first
O-line
contract,
is-
his first contract's already his second contract.
Yeah. Well, as bad as O-line is, though, somebody will reach from the end of the first round.
Yeah,
Like, somebody will trade back up probably 28. Like,
yeah. I was reading an article about him. It's like, yeah, if you think about it, for the most part, this last year he was playing against people like 5 years younger than him, and then he just competed against a bunch of people that were like 2 to 4 years younger than him. So
looks good.
yeah, it's like you're a grown ass man. You're 24. Jesus. NFL free agency is where we're about to segue to. And that was a hell of a segue right there. I just like broke the 5th, 4th, 8th wall.
Segue away.
NFL free agency,
Merrill.
where usually the Eagles win, and this year we did a pretty good job. And it's the only time we win, apparently. There's not enough O linemen. You're right.
People getting stupid contracts. Mike fucking Rimmers from the Panthers got like $30 million contract. That dude was like he was a subpar tackle last year.
Yeah.
Last 2 years.
Seriously, I mean, like I said, the running back and the tight end market got destroyed by this incoming
Butt
draft
fuck,
class.
man.
Like if you're
Like,
Jamal Charles and Adrian Peterson are just sitting out there waiting for fucking rookies to
Wait
come
for it
in
to level
here.
out. It's like,
and,
dude, it leveled out. Eddie Lacy was the top of it apparently. 5.55 mil.
and how does Eddie Lacy get a deal before fucking Adrian Peterson?
It's running back and he's younger.
I mean, I understand that, but Adrian Peterson at
Prove
least
it's a-
show up in shape.
It's a show me league though, and Adrian Pierce hasn't been good in 2 years.
Yeah, I guess you're right. He hasn't been good. Well, he also hasn't played in 2 years. Well, no, last
he
year
played
last
the
year he
year
was
before
good.
last.
Last year he was really
The year
good.
before last.
Yeah, the year
But
before last.
you're thinking when you sign somebody that's 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He hasn't
I
been
give you
good
that.
in 2
But
years.
I'm just saying, 2 years ago, he had a better season than Eddie Lacy's ever had.
No, yeah, but Eddie Lacy
And that was old.
Did have two good fucking first. He had over 1,100 rushing yards his first 2
But
years.
that was
and
way
he got
long
hurt
ago.
his second year, and he got hurt his third year.
There's all excuses
I
I'm hearing
know.
for Adrian
I-
Peterson as well, other than he's older than him. But
I'm just saying.
Adrian Peterson is more of a freak of nature than Eddie Lacy by a good. Also, those like 2 or 3
Adrian
years.
Peterson has like 5,000 more carries on his body.
Well,
A crazy usage rate. and
his
he can't run
usage
out of
rate isn't that
He can't
bad.
run out of the shotgun either.
his usage, that is a big issue. But I watched Jerome Bettis on the Teletron talking about it, and he's talking about the carries
He
or
can't
whatever.
run out of the shotgun.
Was it? I don't remember. Was it 40,000 carries or something like that? Maybe it's 4,000 carries, something like that.
There's no way it was
Yeah,
40,000
it wasn't
carries.
40, but I feel like
You'd be
4,000
dead.
might be a little. It's probably about 4,000 carries.
4,000 like
Whenever
a,
you get that,
a
that's
Hall
when
of
running
Famer,
backs
Hall of
fall
Famer.
off. And at this point in his career, he should be there. But because those 3 years essentially that he didn't play, his carries are nowhere near where a running back at his age should be.
Those seasons he didn't play either. He's also had more devastating injuries than these guys have ever had.
I get
Messon's better and all, but there's only so much you can fucking do.
Every time he
and
gets hurt, he comes back better.
But if he isn't Adrian Peterson, he's not useful. Because he's not not the most intelligent player.
But I'm just saying,
he's not
need to see you not be you on the field. Like, if you get hurt, you can come
I'm
back.
I'm not paying
you
that.
that much for it. I'll give you that. I'm not paying you that
That's
much.
That's what he
for
wants.
It.
He wants like $8 million.
And it'll change. He wants to play as well too.
Yeah.
So that's gonna come down.
Pick his ass up.
That's gonna
Pair
come
him up with
down.
Ty Montgomery.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you want 2 games against the Vikings?
I'm just saying. I feel he is much more consistent or much more of a guarantee to get on the field and actually play and produce than Eddie Lacy. At this point,
I think
just
they're pretty
because
even, actually.
I'll give you that. Just because Eddie Lacy's
injury
food
last
thing
year was.
I'm not even talking about the injury. I'm talking about
the
food,
weight
man.
thing this year is actually from the injury last year. I'm a Packers fan. I'm
dude
not pissed
loves
off
to
he
eat.
went to see. He does, but he's been on a fucking scooter for the last 4 months because he wrecked his ankle and then he played through it in a game and he got it hurt worse.
Did he
was
say
on
he
a
weighed
scooter
in like
for
260 something last year?
268. No, this year.
Oh,
on
this
his
year.
visits.
Okay.
But he's also been on a scooter for 3 or
All
4
right,
months.
that's not that bad.
Like I'm saying, this dude, he got into shape. He kind of looked a little bit worse when he got back in the training camp this year. But he's still averaging 5.1 yards a carry when he got hurt. And that's still fucking Eddie Lacy, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not
It's
going to
gonna
be a little guy.
interesting to see him in that backfield with Thomas Rawls.
It's going to fucking hurt my feelings so goddamn bad watching the Seahawks play next year.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of rough. Cornerback also, gonna take all the markets gonna suck because his draft is so fucking thick.
Well, on
Like,
a couple of things now, except for like quarterback.
Yeah.
Shit was weird.
Yeah.
Wide receiver too, kind of got a little out of hand. Not really, but it did a little bit for a minute. D lineman too. Even the guard market got out of hand.
Yeah.
Nose guard and fucking offensive guard.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and just quick recap all the big deals that went down. And whew, man, there's some big ass deals. We got Brandon Marshall to the Giants, 2 years, $12 million.
Open up free agent. This is like the first big deal. You're waiting on
First
day,
dick to
nothing
drop.
happened.
Brandon Marshall goes to the Giants to compliment Odell Beckham Jr. and what's his name, Sterling Shepard.
Yeah, it's a good 3 right there.
That is absolutely disgusting.
It's up there with the Steelers.
As an Eagles fan, I'm a little terrified because our secondary is garbage. Ricky
still Eli
Wagner to
Manning.
the Lions. That's
Big money for right tackle. I couldn't find the exact. I'm sure I could have found it. I dug for like 5 minutes, gave up. But they said he was averaging $9 million a season. He got a 5-year deal. The other right tackle, the second highest paid now, is Brian Bulaga for us, and he averages $6.8 million a year.
oh wow.
So that's a $2.2 million.
They
He
fucked you. They
reset the
fucked everything up.
right tackle. Fucking.
That's
market.
horrible. That's great. Thanks. Micah Hyde to the Bills, 5-year, $30 million. That's gotta hurt your soul a little bit.
Yeah, I'm glad he got paid.
They
though.
overpaid him though.
Oh, they definitely did, but he'll be their glue. But you can only have glue if you have pieces to glue together.
Yeah, seriously.
Like,
It's like
yeah.
you just. It's like you just got a bunch of glue sitting on the table. Where's
Not
the
doing
wood?
Shit.
Matt Khalil, way too much money.
Oh, he got paid like an elite left tackle.
Yeah, that don't make sense.
They're hoping that labrum shit or whatever, labrum surgery he had, fixes everything for the last 3 years. I've watched 30, 34, 35, and 36-year-old Julius Peppers put his hands on this man and make him look like a child.
Yeah.
Just throwing him around like
And
a fucking bag of sand.
I like his brother Ryan Khalil's really good. Matt Khalil's just soft, and
Soft
hopefully
as hell.
because it's the hip thing that made him a little soft, timid.
But hey, if you're gonna be soft, what do you want to go to? The NFC South,
Yeah,
or the AFC South? At least
Yeah.
the AFC South, you got to play against J.J. Watt and Javen Clowney.
Yeah.
Not that easy.
seriously.
NFC South's soft as fuck, man.
Nick Perry staying with the Pack, 5-year, $60 million deal,
Thank God.
18.5 guarantee. Yeah, y'all had to keep
2 year.
somebody.
It's a 2-year contract. Basically.
You had to keep somebody. Yeah, and he kind of gets hurt, so you can't really give him all the longest contract guaranteed money.
But he does have a good sack rate. Like he averages a sack like every 50
he's good
snaps.
against the run. The dude's,
Yeah, no, he's a stout
the
dude.
dude's big. You look at him compared to Clay Matthews, and you're like, damn, that dude's really big. He's got
about an inch
watermelon
shorter.
arms.
Yeah, like
Deshaun Jackson to the Bucks. Okay, DJ, that actually kind of scares me a little bit.
what was it like? It was like 3 or 4 years, like $30 million, something like that. It was a good contract for Deshaun Jackson. He
Yeah.
made a third contract.
Yeah, which
Nobody
is
would have ever bet on that when he was coming to the draft.
not at all. Not one person. This is where it starts getting real shitty. Fucking Stephon Gilmore to the Pats for 5 years, $60 million or $70
It was
million.
either 60. I want to say it was 70. That's what I kept hearing, but I couldn't find it online, so I didn't want to, be sure. But I'm pretty sure it's 5 years, 70.
Pats
fucking
out
million.
here they're going for a repeat. They are making the attempt at a repeat.
Or they're just gonna trade Malcolm Butler.
Yeah.
The fucking Saints, which that pissed me off. Saints will be better for that.
Yeah. Torrey Smith to the Eagles, 3-year, $15 million deal.
Good value.
It was a very good value. Jill was like, hey, Torrey Smith, we know you can play. You got to show it to us, though.
I mean, y'all identified a couple needs, corner and probably just wide receiver speed.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a couple good possession receivers.
Yeah, we need
Like,
somebody to move a
But
safety.
Torrey Smith, man, he's still Torrey Smith. He just played for the no quarterback with the 49ers
Yeah,
last
that's
2
why everybody's
years.
shitting on him. It's like, dude, San Francisco has been a
Yeah.
fucking dumpster fire
Dude
for the
only
last
could run
3
three
years.
routes his whole career.
Yeah.
And he was a productive receiver.
We
in
all
that.
knew what he was.
He was the best at pulling pass interference.
Yeah.
Like getting that on, he led the league in that with Joe Flacco for 3 or 4 years.
Because he dropped so many damn balls. He was like, well, shit, I got to figure out something. And he
Hey,
just-
you're gonna have to grab me.
Yeah.
I'm that fast.
Yeah,
Like,
seriously. The dude
and he's
is a
big,
speed
like,
demon, and he's not small. Andrew Whitworth to the Rams, 3 years, $36 million.
He's 35 years old.
Yeah, man.
I mean, he was all pro last year, but 35 years old? You think he's going to be a productive player at 38?
I don't know, but that Rams run game needs to do something because they were absolutely atrocious last year with one of the best running backs in the league.
They can probably put Robinson back at guard. They
Yeah,
probably agreed
that's
on that.
probably
That's
what's
going to
happen. Yeah, they should because when he was there, they weren't bad at running the
I mean,
football.
he could potentially be in second-team All-Pro guard 4 years down the line.
I mean,
the
the thing is, the dude, his body is more natural for a guard. Like he's like 6'4", 6'5", but
Yeah, he's got short arms.
He's got short arms, but he's built more compact. He's built more like a boulder.
Yeah.
You know, and you want
No, he
that.
can go forward. That's what I'm saying. He should be a great guard.
Yeah, exactly. He can
he
move.
almost make
he's
a Pro Bowl
He's a
at guard?
people mover. Yeah, a
couple years ago
he
or something?
graded out very well. He's a people mover.
But when you
It's
take
just
somebody
he was
number
a
3 or 2, no, it's
Yeah,
number 2
no.
overall.
It was number 2 overall.
You expect him to be your left tackle.
Yeah.
But hey, I mean,
Was that the Clowney year?
that's a
Is
good
it Clowney and then
yeah,
him?
I think so. That's a good thing about offensive linemen, though. Worst case scenario, dude, this should at least be a fucking guard.
Yeah.
You know, like a good one.
Yeah, he's a people mover. It's just he's not.
That'll help the Rams
he's not
out
a pass
this year.
protector.
The
Damn
Whitworth
sure.
thing, that'll help the Rams out this year.
Yeah.
Next year, I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
it's gonna be interesting. Maybe they can snag like a Cam Robinson or something like that, or
Just
or
more people just in the mix.
just
'cause they
get-
need depth.
They need seriously. Their best lineman is who is that dude from Wisconsin?
Yeah, and he did not
He
have a
wasn't
good
that great
year
this
last
year.
year, dude. Havenstein, he had
Yeah.
a rough year.
Yeah.
And it wasn't his fault, I mean, because they're just teeing off on him. Like,
Mike Glennon to the Bears, 3-year, 45 mil, 19 guaranteed. This is a low key move from the Bears that I actually kind of like.
well, they only have to pay him as a quarterback for 1 year. He gets like that 19 mil guaranteed
And
this year.
he's a vet. He's been in the league for a while. He had decent pedigree coming out in the draft. It's not like this dude's just somebody. He's just a shit player.
I mean,
He
there's
just
some
hadn't really
good
had
film
a
on
chance.
him. There's some film where it looks like Bambi.
Yeah.
But there's some film where he fucking beat the Seahawks, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
When the Seahawks were the Seahawks.
The dude can
Like,
make throws, and he's not an idiot. He's a big dude.
He's
you know?
6'6",
Like,
6'7".
What was his name?
He was the one. He's why Russell Wilson came to Wisconsin.
the giant.
Did you know
ginger.
that?
Oh, really?
Because they wouldn't commit to Russell Wilson being able to play quarterback. They said, we got Mike Glennon, who's a freshman, coming up. They're like, we want this dude to play. Because Sean Glennon played at
Those
Virginia Tech.
people are
Remember Sean
stupid.
Glennon?
Yes, I do.
Like, yep. He went and played basketball at Duke after he played quarterback
Yeah.
at Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
This was his little brother that was, the actual, the monster.
Yeah.
And so
Those
they
people
shoved
were
Russell
stupid.
Wilson aside for this man.
Wow.
I mean, but still,
Wow.
that's something saying for him,
One in
People
the
push
hand,
Russell
two in the
Wilson
bush.
away for this man.
Yeah,
Like,
this is just
that's
you got-
4 years. This dude probably says like, I'm not gonna sit a fucking year.
Yeah, they
Like,
probably and they're trying to guarantee your future. It's North Carolina State. You don't have that many options. Cousins once out of Washington to the 49ers. Kirk Cousins. You like that?
You like that?
You like that? Do you like Washington? Because I don't
No.
think you do. No one ever
That's
does.
Dan Snyder himself because they had all that bullshit drama with the GM that they fucking manufactured artificially.
Seriously.
Instead of just firing the goddamn man.
Oh, he's
trying
a
to,
drunk. He was a drunk when you fired him. When you hired him.
Dude,
like, you knew he was a drunk.
And everybody knew it. And the fact that they made that open air, that's fucking disrespectful. And that's
That
why
is-
nobody wants to stay there or work there.
Yeah, how are you going to go work to a place that's a sinking ship? I don't want to work at a place that's a sieve.
When they hired that dude, Scott McLaughlin, they said, we will not interfere at all. Him and the president that Bruce Allen asked for,
Yeah.
that they forced him out. Yeah, well, yeah, things looking up. You had 2 good drafts. Our fucking roster's actually looking decent. Oh, you don't need me anymore? Fuck you. That's what I would have said to him.
Goodbye. Seriously. Let's see. Calais Campbell to the Jags, 4-year, $60 million. That's
a
interesting.
Good deal for a 31-year-old.
That's a great deal for him. Jags, get an offensive lineman sometime, somewhere, somehow. Do that, because that's all you need, really. That team is ready to go.
Hey, well, they got rid of Jokel, so that's a good step forward.
Jesus, so that's already done.
Oh, he went and signed like a 1-year deal with the Seahawks.
Oh,
like
my
1 year,
God.
5,
That
6 mil.
Seahawks is where offensive tackles go to die.
Well, yeah, well, they
Like-
still got fucking woman beater Tom Cable.
Oh, yeah.
He's a good
He
developer of
he
offensive
isn't bad.
linemen.
I'm sure they just feel like, we can
He's
get
a
anybody in
project,
here,
you know.
work him out. I mean, he was a top 2 pick.
Yeah,
Like,
number 2.
that's absolutely disgusting. Already gone. So long, Luke. Say that name.
Kevin Zeitler.
Yep. To the Browns.
5 years, $60 million. Reset the motherfucking guard market. Like, a couple guards got deals before that. I'm sure after they heard this deal, they looked at their agent and was like, "You're fucking fired."
Yeah.
Like, how goddamn dare you? 5 years, $60 million, 31.5 guaranteed. That's more guaranteed money than Calais Campbell just got from the Jaguars. And the Jaguars are reaching. But man, I just want to take this time to talk about the Browns' offensive line now. All right, at center we got, because they picked up J.C. Shredder from the Packers too. This dude, if he's healthy, he's a very athletic 300-pound center again on the second level.
Yeah.
They got Joel Benatino they re-signed too. He's an above-average guard. They just got Kevin Zeitler. He was the best guard on the market. They still got Joe Thomas.
Yeah.
They're moving that bum Cameron Irving from Florida.
Yeah.
If he's a right tackle, if he can play anywhere in the NFL,
Damn.
it was projected right tackle.
That's a top 5 offensive line. Like,
that might be top 2 with the Raiders.
Up there. That's
Like,
up there. Well, I'd still put the Cowboys. I go
I always
Cowboys.
figure the Cowgirls,
I go
yeah.
Cowboys,
Top
Raiders,
three,
and then
top three.
I honestly will put the Eagles
Well,
line
The
possibly. if we-
Cowgirls lost Doug Free.
I lost Doug Free.
Well, and Lurcy too, so they don't have that kind of depth they have
Still-
anymore.
I'll
That
give you
Florida
that.
dude has to stay healthy, and
He
there's
hasn't
some
stayed
things
healthy,
now.
but you
like,
still got Collins. You could possibly throw a right guard, right
I
tackle.
know, I'm
Like
saying
that dude's
it's
6'5".
a little bit more question marks than ever
Don't
has
sleep
been.
on my Birds offensive line after we acquired Chance Warmack, and we still haven't let go of Jason Peters. That's still a thing. We still have Jason
You
Peters.
aren't going to if you
and we
didn't.
got we got Brandon Brooks at right guard. As long as his intestines
I like
don't
yours
mess
all line
up.
too. I'm just saying, but I got to see it first. I saw that
Yeah.
Raiders last year. And
Oh,
I saw
no,
the
no, I
Cowgirls.
understand.
And the Browns, that was the best part of their team last year was their O line.
Yeah, but I'm saying our offensive line was good last year when somebody
Imagine
wasn't
if Alex Mack
suspended.
would have stayed.
Yeah, well,
to the
couldn't-
Browns.
They couldn't pay for that much in the offensive line.
Did they still have $80 million cap room? They could have
Oh my Jesus, they got $80 million cap room. That is disgusting.
maybe 100 actually.
Alshon Jeffrey to the Eagles. I'm telling you, I'm really liking what the Eagles doing. 1 year, $14 million, prove it deal. We got Alshon Jeffrey. We got Jordan Matthews, Torrey Smith, Carson Wentz, and then what's his name, Zach Ertz. That's a very good skill group right there, receiver and quarterback.
I'll say Torrey Smith and Alshon Jeffrey is a pretty desirable your outside receivers.
They complement each other
very well.
They complement
very
each other.
well.
It's not just throwing shit on the wall
Torrey
and
Smith's
seeing
go
what sticks.
clear that shit out. Now Alshon Jeffrey, he operates well in the middle.
Same with
just get that
fucking-
safety up on his heels.
Same with
Man.
Jordan Matthews and Zach Ertz.
Oh yeah, he'll eat up the slots in.
It's getting out of hand, and I really like the Chance Warmack deal. I really
at
think
least good depth.
and we re-signed Alan Barbie and Weeson
Fuck that
Newowski or whatever the
motherfucker.
hell. We're not fucking up offensive line
Fuck
this
Alan
year.
Barbie.
We're just keeping as many people as possible because Alan Barbie thought he was going to leave. We're like, no, dog.
Fuck
you're
Alan
at least
Barbie.
serviceable. All right, we need as many serviceable men
Clay
too.
Matthews, we drafted his ass. He was a bum for us.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, he's not been the best for us, but he's at least been serviceable.
Nah, I know he's good depth.
at
He's good depth.
guard.
He's a good backup.
Like, you can play right tackle sometimes, but that's when you know you're about to lose that game.
He's a swing. You need a swing lineman. He's a good swing lineman.
And I really like with Doug Peterson. You know why?
So we have Don Barclay's our swing lineman. He's garbage.
I'm saying Doug
Well,
Peterson, also former quarterback. He knows where the bread's buttered. That offensive line.
I like Doug Peterson too.
AJ Bouye
Nice.
to the
Nice.
Jags for 5 years, 7.5 million, 26 mil
This
guaranteed.
man started 10 games.
God damn. Man, shit. I mean, come on, look.
But what if he turns out to be fucking Darrelle Revis?
Oh, my God.
That's what free agency's all about. Overpaying maybes.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
let's see.
Jags,
That's
man, though, that's good 1-2 cornerbacks.
That's a
AJ
fucking-
Bowie and fucking Jalen Ramsey.
yeah. They need an offensive goddamn lineman.
I
It's
mean,
like, dude, you can't do shit.
They're
if
probably
you can't
gonna
score.
get They'll probably trade back in the draft and get 2 in the first round.
Probably.
End up with like Cam Robinson and Ramczyk somehow. It's like, oh no, it's all
Browns
shit.
trade for the salary dump of Osweiler. It's the,
The
NFL's first salary dump.
Isn't that cool?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm sure the players love that. I was like, hell yeah, I don't have to play. I still
Everybody
get paid.
except Osweiler.
Well, he
Like,
didn't have to play. We get paid.
yeah,
though.
he's actually one of the few quarterbacks that would enjoy that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He's like,
thanks. Actually, I
"Thanks for
appreciate that.
money, y'all. $76 million.
I don't like pressure.
How much money was guaranteed in that contract?
A lot of it. The first 2 years, fully the first 2 years.
Oh shit.
That's how they got. That's how they signed him.
Damn, Texans. God damn. Jesus Christ. You desperate, I know, but good Lord. That's like really, it's like, look, I came to the club. I'm getting laid tonight.
Oh yeah,
we
no.
got nothing but buffaloes.
It's like, oh yeah, there's nothing in here, but I got $200. So you an escort?
Yeah, it's like, I can see that you don't have all your teeth, but you know what? We got to do what we got to do. Riley Reeve to the Vikings for too much money.
No, dude, it was like a 4-year, $46 million. This
And Mike
man got
Rimmers.
moved to fucking right tackle last year for the Lions.
That's not
He's
good.
not a left tackle.
No.
They
He was
paid him
drafted
left
as a
tackle
left
moving.
tackle.
Yeah, and he played the first 3 years of left tackle, and he wasn't good enough. Good enough that they had to move him. You know what I mean?
That's not a good sign.
And then Mike Rimmers, I'm pretty sure we touched on this earlier. That's the fucking bum that cost the Panthers a Super Bowl.
Yeah, the dude who got pass rush. So no, that was the Broncos dude. Well, no, was that the one? No, it was the Broncos dude that got his actual shirt like ripped off.
Yeah, but that was Mike Rimmers, the dude that Von Miller had like 5 sacks on.
Okay, yeah. That dude was. I felt bad for him too in that Super Bowl.
And they
That
gave
was
him
horrible.
5 years, $30 million. The Vikings, Mike Rimmers, he can't pass block at all.
Jesus.
Like,
All right.
but there's nobody else to give anything to.
All right. Russell Okung, another shit tackle. Chargers, 4 years. Chargers just they don't care
It's like
about
a 2-year
Philip
deal.
Rivers.
Like, you
Yeah.
know, it's only like a 2-year deal. But at least he didn't negotiate his own contract last time and get butt fucked like the Broncos did last year to him. Like,
Brandon Williams stays with the Ravens for 5 years, $54 million.
nose tackle.
Yeah.
That's a fuckload of money.
Titans pick up Logan Ryan, 3 years, $30 million. That's interesting.
That's a good pickup.
Lawrence Timmons to the damn, he's still in the league. 2 years, $12 million.
That's a good pickup.
Yeah.
Him and Kiko Alonso.
Yeah,
That's-
maybe he'll Kiko Alonso not be
How to
such
be a
pussy.
linebacker?
Yeah, Terrell Pryor, like glorified safety. Terrell Pryor to the Deadskins, 1 year, $8 million.
Great value from the Dan Snyder's.
I
Fighting
really
Dan
wish.
Snyder's.
I mean, I'm glad we got Alshon Jeffrey, but I told you before I would have rather had
Just
Terrell
depth.
Pryor.
Why wouldn't you? I mean, well, you get both of them. That'd be useful.
Shit. Chandler Jones, 5 year, $83 million to stay in the Desert Chickens.
A lot of guaranteed money too.
Yeah, good lord.
I mean,
hope his-
Olivier Vernon got
I
more,
hope
and Chandler Jones is
Jones'
better proved.
troubles are behind him.
Yeah, he seems. I'm pretty sure that was just him being dumb.
Probably, hopefully. Let's see. Martellus Bennett to you guys. How you feel about that? 3 year,
I like it,
21
man.
mil.
Jared Cook wanted so much money, and there was no tight end market. I feel like we got a better fucking
You
tight
got a
end.
better
out of that.
tight end than Jared Cook.
We got
That's-
Lance Kendricks too. We got depth now at tight end.
Jesus Christ. Patriots trade first and third for Cooks and a fourth.
Great deal.
Highway
Robbery.
Highway rob. This draft is way too deep. You gave up Cooks and a pick to these fuckers?
The fourth, like I'm pretty sure it's not the Saints' actual thirds when they picked up. It's only like an 8 or 9 spot move. I'm pretty sure between the third and the fourth.
Okay.
So it's like a first and like moving down 7 spots for Brandon Cooks.
Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Beanie Logan to the Chiefs on a 1 year deal. Dontari Poe to the Birds, to the Dirty Birds, the Atlanta Falcons, which they didn't really need Dontari Poe, but whatever.
1 year deal. Yeah.
1 year deal, but hey, that's not bad for a potentially elite talent. Eddie Lacy to the Sea Chickens, 1 year, $5.5 million. We'll see how that works out. And which Murray is this to the Raiders?
Ah, sorry, it's the Vikings.
Vikings.
My
Okay,
bad,
that's what I
my
thought.
bad.
Yeah.
Tavius Murray Vikings 3 year deal is only a 1 year deal. And one last one I just want to say, they skipped it. TJ Lang, god damn it, went back to his fucking home, Eastern Michigan, went home to the Lions for. They offered him $10 million more.
And didn't a certain pouty face, shit talking diabetic having
Oh, Jay Cutler, yeah, he's moping around. Teams aren't even sure they want to. They don't even know if they
even
want to play
him.
football anymore.
Don't even want him. There's another Chicago fans out there. There's a particular Chicago fan
Hey,
I work with. I'm
the
sure
Mike
she's
Glennon
very
era. It
happy
can't
that
be worse.
Pouty face Jay
It
Cutler
can't
is
be
gone.
worse. Like they need
Literally.
buttons.
Buttons.
Glennon, 2020. It can't be worse.
Can't get worse. What else do you have to lose? All right, well that's NFL for right now, and it's just gonna be pretty dry till we get to the draft.
That was the meat and potatoes of our
That was it.
off season.
That was
we'll
it.
get back at it once the draft happens.
That was
but
it, and that was all. Yeah, we'll
you
see
got
what
a
teams
month.
shit the bed. But yeah, there'll be some moves that go on during the draft. But between now and then, it's gonna be pretty silent. March Madness. If you got a bracket and it's doing well, fuck you. If it's not, I know you're feeling, buddy. Let's see. We're going to talk about the first 2 rounds. They're the first 2 rounds of the draft. I mean, of the March Madness.
Well,
of
the
bracket.
first
It's
day
gonna
was
happen.
like the least upsets ever.
Yeah.
And then the second day responded.
Was just
and the
abs-
second round responded.
Yeah, the second day responded, and then the second round responded. Oh man, we're gonna talk about these Sweet 16 matchups right quick.
There's some
Get into
good
that.
ones.
Get down deep. Number 7, Michigan, shocking the world.
Woo!
Off that Louisville whooping, which I picked by the way.
They haven't lost since that plane shit.
Yeah. Yep. Versus number 3, Oregon. I like how you thought that Wisconsin had won the Big Ten championship.
Well, we did that event Sunday, and you know what I'm talking about.
All right, so yeah, number 7 seed Michigan versus the 3 seed Oregon. Oregon really squeaked by Iona and Rhode Island.
Rhode Island had that game. They fucked it up. It was depressing.
Michigan has had no easy road whatsoever. Their team has been sharpened by fire. Like
Yeah, Oklahoma State was the number
Iron
1 team
sharpens
in
iron.
offensive efficiency.
Yeah.
And they put up 92 on them. They just had to outscore them.
Yeah.
The most efficient offensive team.
and they beat them at their game.
And they played Louisville, who ranked in the top 10 in defensive efficiency.
And they beat them at their
and
game.
Beat their ass.
Like, Michigan is scaring the piss out of them.
Seriously, fuck them.
I'm gonna go with the Wolverines because I picked the Wolverines.
I didn't, but I'm taking Michigan.
All right.
But Oregon wasn't in there either. So.
Oregon's also
I had
missing
Creighton.
a
I
very
had
good
Creighton there,
player.
buddy.
Oregon had I'm pretty sure one of their best players get
It was
hurt
their
before
best
the season.
best forward.
Okay.
So they just got, they're just trying to piece that together, and they're getting
And that
their
sucks when you
defense
get an
is
injury like that
falling
right before the
a lot.
fucking, right before the combine, right before the bracket.
They can't defend the paint anymore.
No. 4 seed West Virginia versus number 1 seed Gonzaga.
This is going to be a good fucking game. I feel like it's one of the better matchups, like style-wise.
Yeah.
In Gonzaga, they got those 2 big-ass centers
Yeah.
they throw it down into, and their guards aren't bad,
No.
but they're Gonzaga guards.
And West Virginia's just all guards.
Dude, they're all fucking guard forwards. Everybody's
Yeah.
like 6'6", 6'8",
Yeah.
and they have like fucking 8 of them. You know what I mean? It's
They
just like
started
they
to
all
win
the same
that game.
person.
They almost lost when they took their center out of the tallest person. The tallest person was like 6'6" on the fucking court. They just
That's what
start
I'm
whipping ass.
I feel like Gonzaga will tear that dude up, but as soon as they take him out,
Yeah.
I don't think that. I just feel
it's
like
a
shooting the ball, man.
nice style
Yeah.
game. These two
fucking
teams don't work
press them,
well
man.
against each other. Press Virginia as they're calling them. That kind of pisses me off.
It's pretty effective.
I'm probably gonna take West Virginia on that one too.
Yep, me too.
Number 4 Purdue versus number 1 Kansas. Purdue over here just. Wait, I could have sworn Purdue lost to Iowa State.
No, they staved them off in the end. They came
Really?
back and just that center man, he just bailed them out. I guess he's maybe a
Jeez.
forward. Caleb Swanigan. He's like one of the he's up there for the best player of the year trophy, whatever the fuck it's called, wooden
Yeah.
trophy. That dude took over. He just like took over shooting, took over. They were missing free throws. He just fucking rebounded them. Like, offensive rebound. I mean, he's
He's
just
just
like,
getting
fuck
them.
it, we're not losing. Like
Good Lord.
The guards didn't even. The guards were like fucking 6 of 30.
Well, look, I had Kansas losing. I'm going with the upset. Taking Purdue.
Oh, dude, I'm taking Kansas, man. Mason and Jackson together are fucking scary.
All I'm saying is if Jackson gets in foul trouble, that front court is absolute garbage.
Yeah, but if Frank Mason's just going at you and scoring 30 points, we've seen the bad happen too.
Yeah.
Obviously, but
Yeah.
dude, that Michigan State game was close, and they came back and whooped their ass.
Yeah, they did. They
Like,
did. They did, but they were also bigger than Michigan State, which is going to be, you're not going to have too many more teams that you're going to be bigger than when you're
Purdue's
Kansas.
only got that one dude, man.
Yeah.
Like they got a couple other good role players, but they have no depth.
All right, we got Xavier, number 11 seed Xavier versus number 2 seed Arizona. Xavier had a pretty rough road.
They might have the best 2 wins.
Yeah, Maryland, Florida State.
They beat Florida State by like 24.
Arizona started off. They've had some rocky games. They won, but they started off kind of not too impressive.
Yeah, but they played St. Mary's that second game, and St. Mary's was like horribly underseeded.
yeah,
I mean they were.
St. Mary's was pretty
They should
far
not have been a
underseeded.
7 seed. They should have been a 5 or a 4.
Yeah,
They lost 4 times this year, and 3 of them were to Gonzaga.
but yeah, I think.
I mean,
Zona's
think
gonna
about
take
that.
that one for
Yeah,
sure.
me too. Oh, I don't know for sure, but
Yeah.
because Xavier's
Xavier's a
fucking
basketball
feisty,
school.
man.
They're a basketball school. You can't shit on these basketball schools.
Their best player got hurt, and their second best player scored 50 in the last 2 games.
Woo! That's R2D2. Woo! Butler, number 4 seed Butler versus number 1 seed North Carolina. Come on, raise up, take your shirt off, twist around your head like a helicopter. I don't like North Carolina. I think Butler will win.
I respect what North Carolina did against their Arkansas coming back. That was I don't want to say ballsy, but that was just
it was kind of something they had to do.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, it wasn't ballsy. But it was just like they were just like,
And
you
fuck
know
you,
what?
Arkansas. I
Fuck 'em.
picked you to win. I almost had like the almost comeback day of bracket history because I picked all those upsets to happen, and half of them hit.
Yeah, Butler played 2 low-ass seeds, Winthrop and Middle Tennessee State. But Middle Tennessee State was criminally underseeded too.
Criminally underseeded.
So I'll take Butler too. I picked
Yeah.
North Carolina to win my bracket, and I'm taking Butler in this.
Damn. Number 7, South Carolina just got done shocking the world, which I picked that one as
Maybe the most impressive one, arguably.
Beat Baylor. I mean, not Baylor. Beat Duke. Number 2 seed Duke. Now they're playing number 3 seed Baylor. South Carolina plays great defense. That dude number 0 is really good. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. The freshman point guard. He's Felder. He's good. Number 0 is the dude that was SEC Player of the Year, and he was Treadwell, something like that.
Treadwell. Yeah. It's Thornton, Treadwell, or
is it Thornwell? I'm not sure. The dude is probably the best 2-way player in the SEC. I like Baylor. They're just too damn athletic.
I like Baylor too. I mean, like you said, North Carolina. They beat Duke by bullying their ass, out hustling, and actually out fucking playing them offensively and defensively. They whipped their ass.
The thing is about Duke. Duke's not that athletic
dude,
as a team.
That's a fucking high right there. Exactly.
Yeah.
And Baylor
is
Motley,
a freaky
Jonathan
athletic.
Motley. Their center. He's not a center. Excuse me. He's a 6'9" forward.
Yeah.
That can actually shoot from 18
And
feet.
they have a center too, and he's athletic as shit as well.
I like
this
Baylor,
team
man.
does
I
not
got Baylor making the Final Four.
I don't think this team stacks up well for South Carolina because South Carolina's going to try to run them off the court. These dudes love running.
Yeah, that's
they
a
love
horrible,
running
that's
and
the
they
wrong way
love
to do
dunking.
it. South Carolina's going to have to foul about 35 times to beat this game.
They're going to have to really try to slow it down, play half-court offense, which is not particularly what they're good at.
Dude, next one up, number 3 seed UCLA versus number fucking 2 Kentucky. Definitely one of the sexier and highly anticipated Sweet 16 games. I mean, seriously, man, like this is.
Kentucky should have lost Wichita State too, by the way.
But they just got more blue collar. They just started working and grinding and grubbing.
Playing defense? The hell is that? Blocking shots?
That's just fucking downright scary, man.
That's
stupid. Fucking athletic team doing that. But then this is a great matchup because then you got UCLA. This is the flashiest team I remember in the last 10 years.
Dude, I had UCLA going to the championship, and I wish I picked them to win it. Because I'm seeing things in Lonzo Ball that you don't see very often.
He just run down the court. This Tom was talking about. He's like, he's just running down the court, just flips the ball back, or just just calmly just.
And I picked them because I thought Lonzo Ball was the best player in the nation. That's why I picked him
up
to
there.
Go to the championship. I mean, Markelle Fultz, you can have the argument
like
between him and Josh Jackson.
I really like the Fox kid too. When it gets down the last 10 minutes.
I like Fox as well. He's really shown me some stuff. But when it
better.
comes to having a ball in your hands, it's like being a quarterback. This
dude
has
Lonzo
the
Ball's
in
your
his
quarterback.
All the time. The man has the ball in his hands all the time. Remember watching it last night? He just popped those two threes
dude,
up.
It was weird, man.
It was just like, ah!
No, I was watching. I was like, dude, I was like, fuck, I haven't seen UCLA once this year. It's like, I'm scared now.
Yeah,
like
this dude might be the best player.
That Kentucky blue collar shit. I like the matchup, man. It's contrast.
UCLA and Kentucky. And everybody talks about how talented Kentucky. UCLA is just as talented.
Oh yeah,
all those
definitely,
players were top seed. You got the Holiday Boy, as your second guard. That's dangerous. That dude can play defense. That's not something to just shake a stick at.
As much as I liked UCLA last night, I'm still taking Kentucky.
I can understand that.
Kentucky, man. I like that. Just work them off that glass.
I feel like UCLA can play better together as a team.
You know what I'm betting on? Bam Adebayo. About 20 points, 13 boards.
It's going to be interesting for him because the dude that he's playing against is going to be shooting threes. So he's going to have to be...
But he's athletic enough to get on that perimeter. He looks pretty good
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be interesting because that dude shoots threes, and he's not a bad defender.
That dude's also... but that dude's also going to have to go in the post with him.
But Adebayo is not the best offensive guy.
No,
he's good at catching
but if you lob it up at him...
He's good at catching lobs. But the dude's like Frank Kaminsky.
I think it's interesting as hell. Yeah,
he's good at defending against lobs and shit.
This is my favorite matchup out of all of them.
This will probably be the most entertaining game. And you're going to have... This game right here...
It'll be flashy. It'll be a fist fight. It'll be...
I'm saying, this is the NBA draft game. This is the game where you're going to get the most players that are actually going to be decent in the league.
About 5 or 6 lottery picks?
Yeah, seriously. Between both teams, it's going to get ridiculous. And you're going to handle this.
I got the last one. Last game, close to my heart, obviously.
Deep in the heart
But
of
this is a
whiskey.
good matchup, man. 8-seed Wisconsin, 4-seeded Florida. Excuse me. Whiskey coming in with arguably the best win, defeating fucking defending champion Villanova,
Who I
number
had
1 overall seed.
repeating, and I just had to bet on that one.
Despite us being in foul trouble the whole fucking game, getting
hell?
questionable calls from the fucking refs because it's goddamn Villanova.
Yeah, seriously.
It would, but hey,
Nigel Hayes came and blacked down.
seriously,
Blacked
thank
it
God.
down.
Ethan Happ had like 2 fouls in like 10 seconds. He was
That
like, you
dude-
motherfucker.
That dude, Nigel Hayes pulled like some like spirit bomb shit for black people. He was just like, let all the black.
It's like I went to Wisconsin,
Give it to
got
me.
all the good feelings coming down.
It's
They're
like
not that
that.
racist up here.
So I went to,
Let's go.
went to Milwaukee, talked to all the brothers, and I got all their blessings.
But you know, so
5,000 of them.
you know, we got another good win. Virginia Tech was a good win. That was a great game.
Yeah, that was a good game.
And then you know, Florida.
It's a good program too.
Florida beat East Tennessee State. That was one of the better low seeds.
Yeah,
And then they fucking just demolished Virginia.
this is gonna
Like,
be a good game as well. This is gonna be a hard fought game because both of these
Fist
teams
fight.
can play defense and can play offense.
Yeah.
Like that's one thing I always talk about Florida. When we were talking, I was like, dude, I feel a better chance going against Kentucky because they don't know their system that well. These people in Florida, they know that system.
Oh, yeah.
They half these players been there for a while.
So our defense isn't like the greatest, but it's good enough. And my whole thing is, if Bronson Koenig hits like 5+ threes, I'll be confident.
yeah,
Under 5, I don't know.
yeah.
Like, but I'm taking fucking Wisconsin, man.
Hey man, I'm rolling with you too. I'm gonna take whiskey on this one as well. All right, that was Shiny and Chrome to your dome. We about to go home, y'all. It's been real in the Ville. Have a good night.